Welcome to this week's edition of Gene and Cell Therapy Updates, covering the latest breakthroughs. Brought to you by LucidQuest. In Korea, Seoul St. Mary's Hospital has initiated the country's first clinical trial using CAR T-cell therapy for systemic lupus erythematosus. A patient with severe, treatment-resistant lupus has shown improved disease markers following 14 infusions. The therapy, which suppresses lupus-driving B cells, reflects similar overseas success and leverages a multidisciplinary team approach combining rheumatology and hematology expertise. uniQure's AMT-130 gene therapy for Huntington's disease has been granted Breakthrough Therapy designation by the FDA. This recognition builds on promising Phase 1/2 data demonstrating a slowed progression of the disease. The therapy had already received RMAT, Fast Track, and Orphan Drug designations. A biologics license application submission is anticipated in the second quarter of 2025. Sarepta Therapeutics is progressing its gene therapy pipeline for multiple subtypes of limb-girdle muscular dystrophy. The FDA has approved dosing of SRP-9005 for LGMD2C, also known as R5. Additionally, the Phase 3 trial for SRP-9003 targeting LGMD2E, or R4, is approaching BLA submission. Sarepta remains committed to gene therapy as a disease-modifying strategy. Neuroscientific Biopharmaceuticals has acquired Isopogen, gaining rights to the patented StemSmart mesenchymal stem cell platform. This technology targets inflammatory conditions such as Crohn's disease, renal transplant rejection, and graft-versus-host disease. Early patient data indicate strong anti-inflammatory effects. The Children's Hospital of Philadelphia reports durable long-term outcomes from its Hemophilia B gene therapy. Using the FixPadu variant, patients have experienced fewer bleeds, improved mobility, and reduced dependence on infusions over 3 to 6 years. Liver enzyme elevations were manageable, with no major safety issues reported. Atsena Therapeutics has received RMAT designation from the FDA for ATSN-201, a gene therapy for X-linked retinoschisis. This marks the fourth FDA-designated program for the disease. ATSN-201 utilizes a novel AAV-SPR capsid for precise central retina targeting. The Lighthouse trial is currently evaluating its safety and dosing. Zelsmart has received regulatory approval in both the US and China to begin Phase 1 trials for its iPSC-based therapies. XS411 for Parkinson's disease and XS228 for ALS have demonstrated early clinical promise. XS411 improved both motor and non-motor symptoms, while XS228 has earned orphan drug status for slowing ALS progression. BlueRock Therapeutics has released 18-month safety and efficacy data on bemdaneprocel, its cell therapy for Parkinson's disease. No serious side effects were observed after immunosuppression. PET scans confirmed engraftment of dopaminergic neurons. A Phase 3 trial is slated to begin in the first half of 2025. BrainChild Bio has earned FDA Breakthrough Therapy designation for BCB276, a CAR T-cell therapy for pediatric brain tumors, specifically diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. A pivotal Phase 2 trial is planned for the fourth quarter of 2025. The decision follows survival benefits seen in the BrainChild 03 trial. UC Davis has received RMAT designation for Ultamiacel, a cell therapy addressing oropharyngeal dysphagia following treatment for head and neck cancers. The REVIVE trial, the largest of its kind, has shown early improvements in tongue strength and swallowing function. Kyoto University has announced promising early outcomes from its iPSC-derived dopamine cell transplant for Parkinson's disease. 7 patients were treated, with 4 showing motor improvements and no serious adverse events. The lead investigator aims for product approval by the end of 2025. Longeveron has shared its 2025 roadmap, reporting near full enrollment in its HLHS pediatric heart trial and progress in its Alzheimer's disease program. The company is seeking funding and partnerships to advance BLA submissions, with a continued focus on frailty, neurodegeneration, and congenital heart conditions. Dawn Gene and GC Cell have partnered to develop a CAR-based cell therapy for solid tumors. The collaboration combines Dawn's tumor-specific antibody with GC Cell's CAR platform, aiming to improve targeting and reduce toxicity in solid cancers including lung and colorectal. In Japan, Ferring's bladder cancer gene therapy Adstiladrin has demonstrated a 75% complete response rate at 3 months in patients with non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. The treatment exhibited only mild to moderate side effects, reinforcing its potential as a new standard of care. Stay ahead in gene and cell therapy research. Like, share, and subscribe for weekly updates. Visit www.lqventures.com or email us at info@lqventures.com for expert healthcare consulting. See you next time.